Christine Brown. For many, that name is instantly recognizable. She is one of the central figures of the long-running television series Sister Wives, a show that invited viewers into the unusual and often complicated lives of a large polygamous family. From the very beginning, Christine stood out. She was warm, funny, deeply committed to her children, and at times, unafraid to question the man at the center of it all, Cody Brown. Viewers felt close to her. They watched her joys, her heartbreaks, her frustrations, and eventually, her decision to step away from a life that no longer served her. For years, the audience has not only followed her family story, but also her personal growth. In recent seasons, fans began noticing something else, a striking transformation in Christine's appearance. She seemed more radiant, more confident, and, notably, slimmer. It was not long before questions started to rise. How had she lost the weight? Was it diet, exercise, or perhaps something else? In the world of reality television, rumors are constant companions. A celebrity gains weight, and whispers spread. A celebrity loses weight, and whispers spread even louder. For Christine, the whispers grew into something bigger. Online forums lit up with discussions. Social media feeds carried speculation. Some fans celebrated her for what looked like a health-driven journey. Others, however, raised accusations. They asked, had Christine turned to weight loss drugs? Was she using injections like Ozempic or Wegovy, medications that were becoming increasingly popular among celebrities and influencers? The accusations gained enough traction that they could no longer be ignored. Fans debated not only Christine's choices, but the larger conversation about body image, authenticity, and the pressure to look a certain way when you live in the public eye. When Christine finally spoke, she did so with the same candidness that had made her so beloved on the show. She denied the accusations. She clarified that her transformation was not the result of injections, not the result of prescription drugs, but the product of discipline, healthier habits, and a desire to feel better about herself after years of struggle. Christine explained that she had focused on her diet, introduced regular exercise into her life, and prioritized her mental well-being. For her, the changes in her body were just one part of a larger journey, a journey of rediscovering her own worth, her independence, and her happiness. Still, the accusations hurt. She admitted that it was difficult to hear people doubt her, to imagine that her hard work was being dismissed as nothing more than the effect of a needle. But she stood firm. Her message was clear. Her weight loss was hers and hers alone. Christine's story is about more than the shape of her body. It is about the journey she has been on since choosing to step away from Cody and the world that defined her for decades. Leaving a marriage is never easy. Leaving a marriage that has been broadcast to millions, discussed endlessly online, and critiqued in living rooms across America is even harder. Yet Christine chose courage. She chose freedom. She chose to start again. And with that new life came a new relationship. Fans watched as Christine found love again, with David Woolley, a man who seemed to bring out her laughter, her sparkle, and her sense of adventure. For many who had rooted for Christine for years, seeing her happy was a triumph. Her physical transformation, then, was part of a larger emotional one. She was not just lighter in weight, she was lighter in spirit. To understand the storm around Christine, one must also understand the culture we live in. Celebrities. Whether A-list movie stars or reality television personalities live under a magnifying glass, every change in their appearance becomes fodder for headlines. a haircut, a wrinkle, a gain of 10 pounds, a loss of 20. And in recent years, the rise of weight loss injections has only intensified the conversation. These drugs, originally created to help people with diabetes or obesity, found new life in Hollywood and beyond. The whispers of Ozempic bodies became the latest obsession. So, when Christine appeared slimmer, it was almost inevitable that people would leap to conclusions, not because of who she was, but because of the times we live in. For Christine, the rumors were not just idle gossip, they cut deeper. Imagine working for months, perhaps years, to reclaim your health. Imagine balancing children, a new relationship, a career in reality television, and the constant demands of fans. Imagine making daily choices about food, fitness, and self-care. Now imagine having all of that dismissed. Reduced to a single rumor, she took a shot. Christine voiced how painful it felt to see her hard work erased by suspicion. She wanted people to know her story, her truth, and the effort behind her transformation. Christine's response is more than just a denial. It is a statement about self-determination. For years, she lived in a family structure where her needs often came second. For years, she managed the chaos of polygamy, the emotional distance of a husband whose attention was divided, and the scrutiny of a national audience. Her decision to change her life, to care for her body, and to embrace a healthier path was an act of empowerment. It was her way of reclaiming control, of saying, "I choose my life, I choose my health, I choose my happiness." That message resonates far beyond the world of sister wives. What can we learn from Christine Brown's story? First, that transformation is possible at any stage of life. Christine is not a 20-something starlet. She is a mother, a grandmother, a woman who has lived through decades of trials. And yet, she chose to change, and she did. Second, that health journeys are personal. What works for one person may not work for another. Christine insists that her path involved diet and exercise. Others may find different solutions, but at the end of the day, the choice belongs to the individual. Third, that speculation can be harmful. Words carry weight. Accusations, even when unfounded, can wound. And for public figures, those wounds often cut deeper because they are delivered in the harsh light of the public stage. Christine's story is just one thread in a larger cultural fabric. As a society, we are obsessed with appearance. We reward thinness. We applaud transformation. And yet, we are quick to doubt, to dismiss, to suspect shortcuts. This obsession says as much about us as it does about the celebrities we scrutinize. It reflects our insecurities, our desires, our fears. And it begs the question, what would it look like to shift our focus, to celebrate health, joy, and authenticity, rather than chasing an ever-moving ideal? Christine Brown has spoken. She has denied the rumors. She has claimed her journey as her own. And in the end, perhaps that is enough. Her story reminds us that behind every headline is a human being. Behind every rumor is someone with feelings, with effort, with a truth that may never be fully seen by the outside world. As the credits roll on another season of Sister Wives, and as Christine continues to live her new life, perhaps the best thing we can offer her and all public figures is grace. Grace to live, to change, to stumble, to grow. And maybe, just maybe, grace to be believed when they tell their own story. Christine's weight loss journey is not just about pounds shed. It is about the courage to leave a life behind. It is about resilience in the face of scrutiny. It is about the power of self-love and the strength it takes to rise above the noise. For those who watch her, who admire her, who perhaps even question her, Christine's message is simple. This is my journey, and it belongs to me.